Hey, welcome to 16-Bit Bench. Today is another amazing day. We're in Lewes, historic town in Sussex, and we're going to go around some of the junk shops and have a look at some of the stuff. So yeah, it's fun. Hey, so this is the third commentary I'm recording on my holiday in Mallorca, so yeah, good for me. And you get to look at lovely Lewes, which, you know, the jewel of East Sussex, many would say. Lewes has lots of junk shops, lots of antique shops, great place for rummaging for stuff, and again I have the baby with me, so I will not be rummaging that much. But there's still lots of things to look at, and you know, we had a great time there. We looked in this magic chest, for instance, and there was no magic inside. And again, anytime I see a car approaching the 1 to 32 scale, I have to make sure that it's not a slot car, even if I was going to not buy it or not, which I probably wouldn't. Yeah, so Lewes kind of famed for its bonfire societies, and it has a big bonfire celebration 5th of November every year, and people walk up and down the street letting off bangers and exploding things, and general mayhem is had by all, to the extent that the police shut down the entire town and have done for about the last 3 years running to stop anyone having any fun. And that's the dichotomy of England for you. You got people want to have fun, people causing problems, and then we can't have fun anymore. Didn't catch which charity shop this is. It says on the floor, in case you missed it. Check the wall of DVDs looking for games. Not sure I find any. Yeah, what's that weird crocodile thing? Like a height measurement thing for kids or something? What else? Then we head out of this one. Yes, we went to Lewes Bonfire a few years ago, and it's a great time, and I highly recommend, if you can pass the blockade and cross no man's land into Lewes in early November, then you know it's well worth a look. And like, if you can make it there anytime, and you know, if I can get there by myself sometime soon, I'll go again, just to go through those two shops we couldn't really get into with all the bric-a-brac in, because you know, you never know what you're going to find in there. I mean, we're not always looking for retro gaming on this channel. I mean, you know, if I just find something interesting, if I just found like I can't even think, something weird, I don't care, whatever. If it's strange, I'm into it, and that's what I'm looking for. Part of the point of 16-Bit Bench, it is a company. You know, I do need to build and make things to make money. And you know, if I'm thinking along the lines of, you know, what does this piece of furniture have? You know, can I put some electronics? Can I put, you know, a retro game system into this old TV? Can I use this old radio to do something with? You know, I'm always trying to on the lookout for something to find inspiration from. You know, like there's some globes up there on that shelf, and you know, you think, wouldn't it be cool to have one of those globes that kind of slides open, and maybe it's got like controls in it or something, like, you know, some kind of Bond supervillain might have? Wouldn't that be something interesting to make? And you know, I've just got to wander around and kind of think these ideas up, find stuff that's fun. So yeah, we came into this antique shop without a real purpose, and I had to lift the baby up over the stairs as well. So you know, thank you all the people that got out of my way, and up yours to the people that didn't. But yeah. So what we do is we kind of making our way along Lewes sort of High Street, the main road that then goes up a hill at the end. And it's just lined with kind of interesting small shops and, you know, charity shops, and obviously I have to constantly fuel the baby with snacks in order for her to cooperate with me on this, because otherwise she wouldn't be interested whatsoever. I think I backtracked a bit there because I passed the same shop twice, so I must have gone back to look at something. Yeah, look at that cool model ship. There's I think it's by Reading. There's some kind of country park by Reading. It's mainly for kids and it's full of animals, and I think it has a train that goes round. But in there somewhere is a huge sort of building that is just full of model ships. And if I can remember the name, I'll put it in the description. But yeah, it was full of model ships, like this big mouldering old building, and all these ships in there that someone had obviously collected. Like, whoever used to own the manor house had collected at some point and put into this room, and yeah, no one had, and basically the upkeep of it's not been that good. So yeah, all kinds of and planes as well, model planes. And I'm not just talking like models, like there were like RC stuff, remote control stuff, boats and planes in there as well. It's really cool. So yeah, if I can remember the name, I'll put it in. I'll Google it after I finish recording this. Yeah, model ship. Quite near to the 16-bit bench office is Hove Lagoon, which are two sort of ponds, saltwater ponds. One of them has sort of recreational water activity, so you can do like water skiing. They have a tie rope that will pull you along. You can do water skiing, you can jump off things. And yeah, people do their model ships in there as well. So like a woman just passed me, and I think she passed me like 3 or 4 more times while I was there. I'm pretty sure it was my cousin on my dad's side that I don't talk to, because she just kept coming back and looking at me, and I'm not easy to recognise. At least I wasn't here, because I had super long hair and a big bushy, well, for me, a bushy beard. So I can see why, and a baby. All things I didn't have 3 years ago. So yeah, it might not be that easy to recognise. Excuse me, madam, could you please get out of the way? Thank you. Of course, one thing Lewes has in abounds are the elderly. Massive retirement community in Lewes. Massive. If they're not Tory voters, they're Lib Dem voters. So they're conservative, right-wing-ish voters. This man in the way. I mean, looking at CDs, and you know what I think about people who buy CDs. I mean, seriously, get iTunes, mate. Must always look in the cabinets to see if there's anything interesting. Down there were some. I think I've moved towards it. I think there's some kids stuff, or some games mixed in with the kids stuff. Yep, there we are. So you always got to be vigilant, because the games hide everywhere. And look, a rental copy of Suicide Squad. Baby's not impressed. So it's another, it's the same day in Mallorca. It hasn't changed. So if you've been watching my Snooper's Paradise thrifting or the George Street thrifting, I'm recording all these on the same day, and it's a lovely day. Really is. Almost too nice to be sat with the laptop and the microphone on. But I do this for you. I hope you appreciate it. All of the 4 people that have watched this video this far, all 4 of you. Send me a message. We'll get together. We'll have a good time. I think I need to pay you guys back. So there's a river runs through Lewes. Is it the Cuckmere? I'd have to have a look. I don't think it is. It's the river that runs through Lewes and then into Newhaven to the coast. And you can see it's a lovely, delicious caramel brown colour. You just want to get a bucket of it and drink it down. And there's a brewery just behind me there, and they use that water to make their beer with. So good to know. Well, at least they used to. I don't think they do anymore. They probably just use mains. So over the bridge and down the other side is more charity shops. making our way through a farmer's market. There's a regular market in Lewes. I think this was a Saturday, because we'd gone to Raisted Animal Rescue that day. The little one and me, we'd gone there to look at some cats and some horses and some dogs. Do they have dogs? Yeah, they have dogs. And chickens and geese. We looked at all that stuff. So for lunch we'd come to Lewes to go to Tesco's, obviously, because they have the best Tesco's in Lewes, and the best sandwiches, really. You really need to get those Tesco sandwiches. This is the place to come. So we circumvent some of the farmers market. I mean, come on. It's asparagus season, or it was when I recorded this. A lot of asparagus about. Cherries seem to come in, so exciting times. Asparagus, cherries, exciting times in the south coast. I think we're having another conversation about snacks. There's several conversations about snacks happen this day. She's becoming a bit of a beast, to be honest, with the constant demand for snacks. And all I can hope for is she doesn't take after her father, because I am constantly eating food all the time. So I'm sorry I haven't caught what these charity shops are. Usually I like to say what they are, in case you're ever in the area. But I don't think I've really caught any of these ones. This one does have PlayStation 1 games, original PlayStation games, which is kind of rare. You're not really seeing things from that generation in charity shops. PlayStation 2 all over the place, obviously, and 3 and onwards. So your Xbox 360 and stuff. You're seeing that. This was I didn't know this, but there are 2 Def Jam games. There you go, Xbox One game as well. So all of that generation. Pariah, I remember that might have been good. Johnny English. Yeah, put it back in the DVD section where it belongs. Black. I mean. Yeah, a lot of these are from that era where everything was a first-person shooter. So here we go. Here's the second Def Jam game. So there's two Def Jam games, and I had to look at them because they look almost exactly the same. And obviously they both go straight back because they must have been crap, right? There's a DS game, there's some Tiger Woods, and that mostly becomes that. So there was one more thing that we did go to. So we went up the hill a little bit and found another charity shop, but unfortunately the batteries ran out on the Sneaky Spy camera glasses. So all I have to show you is photos of what we found. So what we have is a executive ball return. Yay! This was £5 in a charity shop, and I was really miffed I didn't get that. Yeah, so that was pretty interesting. PlayStation games, 2 copies of Finding Nemo, the same Def Jam game released under 2 different titles, looked exactly the same, and of course the executive ball return, which is obviously going straight into my office. I'm going to have hours of fun with that thing. So if you found the video useful, please like and subscribe. Follow us on Facebook and Twitter at 16BitBench, and thanks for dropping by. See you next time.